When it comes to video games, everyone has their own subjective opinion. People prefer to play different genres. Some people like to play single player games, while some people like to play online multiplayer games with their friends. But when it comes to music, there is only one opinion, and that's my opinion. My opinion's objectively the right opinion. I've been listening to hip hop for a very long time. I've in fact been listening to it ever since Tupac dropped All Eyes on Me. And after living on this planet for 18 years, I came up with the correct list of the top 5 greatest rappers of all time. So let's start off at number 5. Kanye West. So I don't think I need any explanation as to why he's on the list. Just watch this clip right here.
I am unquestionably, undoubtedly, the greatest human artist of all time. It's just not even a question anymore at this point. It's just a fact, right? So
now, I don't think he's unquestionably, undoubtedly the greatest human rapper of all time. I definitely think he's up there at the number 5 spot. Now, my favorite album of his is probably My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and my favorite songs of his are FML, Father Stretch My Hands, Power, Devil in a New Dress, and Heartless. But anyway, let's move on to the number 4 spot. Before we get to this spot, I want all the vamps watching this video to like, subscribe, and let me know you're a vamp in the comment section below. The 4th greatest rapper of all time is Playboy Carti. Carti recently dropped the most controversial album of all time, which was Whole Lotta Red. Before releasing this album, I never considered putting Carti on this list, but after listening to it, and after letting it marinate, I realized this album is one of the greatest albums of all time. This album hits all types of feels. In Jump Out the House, you feel as if you're ready to jump out a house, or fight a war, or complete that one simple workout that gets you a 6-pack. And in the next track, Metamorphosis, Carti pours his heart out as he cries about his struggles, and after listening to the song, you just want to cry with him. All the songs in this album hit different types of emotions, and it's definitely one of the greatest albums of all time. Carti is also one of the greatest lyricists of all time because he predicted the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic back in 2018. In his track Foreign in the album Die Lit. If I had to rank his discography, it would be Whole Lotta Red, Die Lit, and then Playboy Carti. And my favorite tracks of his are Jump Out the House, No SL33P, Flex, Long Time, and No Time. Now for the number 3 spot, we've got none other than Da Baba. Now I've never actually listened to any of DaBaby's album, but I knew I couldn't make a list of the top 5 rappers of all time without him. He's definitely one of the most versatile rappers out there. None of his songs sound alike, and his flow constantly changes in songs. You can see this post right here explaining how his albums are some of the greatest to exist, and as someone who's never listened to any of his albums, I have to agree. DaBaby is also a rapper you'd never want to mess with, as I'm sure everyone knows already, because he can turn you into a convertible, and his convertible line is probably one of the greatest lines in hip hop history. Now, I don't want to spoil the line for you guys and explain what the line means, because one of the greatest things about DaBaby's music is getting to understand his lyrics. If I had the time, I'd love to make a 3-hour analysis video explaining his convertible line. But if you guys want to see that video, just leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know that you're one of DaBaby's babies, commenting "Let's go" in the comment section. But anyways, of the songs of his that I listen to, my favorites are Suge, Jump, Vibes, Blind, and TLC. Now the number 2 spot goes by Youngboy, and he'll zip you up from talking shit. NBA Youngboy is one of the greatest to ever do it, and he proves why in his music. Now just like DaBaby, I've actually never listened to any of his albums, but I listened to a bunch of random songs, and not a single song was a miss. NBA Youngboy is the king of gangster rap, murder rap, you name it. NBA Youngboy is the rapper you listen to when you drop a nuke in Call of Duty. And right now, I'm going to state a fact. Every person that got a nuke in Call of Duty was listening to NBA Youngboy. It's just a fact. All you need to do in order to get a nuke in Call of Duty is just listen to Youngboy. Because when you listen to Youngboy, it stimulates your nervous system and reaction time to the point where you have an advantage over every other player in your lobby. So you're guaranteed getting a nuke by just listening to him. But Youngboy is not only good at making gangster murder music, but he's also good at making songs that just make you want to cry. In the song Bout My Business, you can hear the pain and hunger in his voice as he raps about his trauma and struggles of having to listen to his grandpa say penis. I can never imagine being in that position, as it obviously seems like an awful childhood experience. Now Youngboy is also a great lyricist, as he made the best version of the story of OJ, rapping about the rap industry. The top version of this song is miles better than whatever Jay-Z put out, And if you want to count it, it's also better than Pusha T's story of a Diden. He also raps about a bunch of societal issues. In the song Make No Sense, he raps about the injustices and inequality against individuals of modern society. But not only did Youngboy make a huge impact on the music industry, but he also made a huge impact in the gaming industry. Without NBA Youngboy, there would be no GTA 5. Rockstar used Youngboy's head as the map for their game, and it's honestly the best decision they ever made. Without Youngboy's head as the foundation of GTA 5's map, GTA 5 wouldn't have been the highest grossing video game of all time. And GTA 5 was one of the most revolutionary video games of all time, as it sparked the popularity of its genre. Youngboy also had a huge impact on the gaming industry by building the hype up for Cyberpunk 2077 by announcing a single. Everyone knows that The Witcher 3 sucks, and that video will be out sometime soon. But after the announcement of Toxic Punk, people started to believe CDPR were taking their game seriously. Unfortunately, his song was the only good thing about that disaster of a game, but it's not Youngboy's fault for CDPR delivering a game that was absolute garbage. Youngboy is currently arrested for some federal warrant, and let's hope his case goes well. If you want Youngboy to be released sooner, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down #FreeYoungboy, because every hashtag equals 1 day off of NBA Youngboy's sentence. Now I know what you guys are thinking, will this work? But trust me, it does. It worked for Lil Wayne and Kodak Black, because their hashtag pressured authorities to reduce their sentence, and it eventually led to their release. And not only that, but your comment can actually be used as evidence in court. TK's judges are in fact planning to release him as he was reportedly innocent according to many comments. So go wild in the comments to help his case, so that he can be a free man. Now as for his top 5 songs, they are Red Rum, Free Dog, Make No Sense, My Window, and Around. They say rap is like a mountain, mostly black but Indian at the top. Coming in at the number 1 spot, we've got the first brown boy to get it poppin', Navraj Singh Goraya, aka Navraj Beats, aka Beats by Nav, aka Nav. You can keep up with the smoke, there's no debate. Nav is unquestionably, undoubtedly, the greatest human artist of all time. It's just not even a question anymore, it's just a fact. The industry wouldn't be shit without him, and they don't want to make a song without him. Without Nav, there would be no Travis Scott. Without Nav, there would be no Kanye West. Without Nav, there would be no rap music. And it goes on until Beethoven. When he was going into retirement, the entire industry panicked, and all hell broke loose. But after he dropped Bad Habits, the industry and society itself started to recover and thrive. Something else that everyone respects Nav for is making his own beats and writing his own words. Something that only a few other rappers have ever done. Now this doesn't really matter, but Nav also won a Grammy for Best Rap Album this year up against Freddie Gibbs, D-Smoke, Nas, and Royce the 5'9". He won a Grammy before as well for producing the track Friends on the Carter's album. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter cause the Grammys doesn't determine anything. It's all some BS and someone's opinion at the end of the day, unlike this video that's just stating facts. I do wish he never sold the beat though, cause Neptune was a really good song. But not only is Nav one of the greatest musicians of all time, but his music is also the cure to cancer. After hearing Nav's self-titled mixtape, the sound waves entered my brain and transmitted into my blood cells. Those cells then entered my bloodstream into my circulatory system and killed the cancer cells in my body. And I started feeling better than ever. Nav is the only rapper to cure cancer, and for that, he's definitely the greatest musician of all time. All his songs are bangers, and there's not a single miss in his discography. My favorite project of his is self-titled, and it's hard to give you guys my top 5 favorite songs, so I'll give you guys my top 5 R&B Nav, my top 5 Trap Nav, and my top 5 Nav features. For R&B Nav, we've got Myself, the greatest interlude of all time, Interlude, What I Need, Never Know, and Recap. For Trap Nav, we've got Good For It, Rich, Champion, Go to Hell, and No Debate. And for the top 5 Nav features, we've got Re-Up, Maintain, Bali, Back It Up, and Nothing for Free. So there we have it, the top 5 greatest rappers of all time. Love it or hate it, you have to accept the facts. If you guys want to see more videos like these, let me know in the comments, cause who knows, I might make another video on the top 5 worst rappers of all time. Or just something else in general. Alright, later.